ready? I am. So you got the spot, huh? Well, I'm coming for it. And there's nothing you can do.
Welcome to ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day, presented by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. Here's your host, Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Man, this is what we live for, right? It's week 5 and we live. It is ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day, presented by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. I'm your boy Theo Dorsey, and I'm kicking it with you tonight to deliver some week 5 highlights from all across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. It was a lovely night because we had a lot of contentious games, a lot of back and forth. But before we get into what happened tonight, got to give you a little taste of some Thursday night football action. How about we start at Benjamin, number 4, Jensen Beach on the road, trying to make a play. After an hour and a half rain delay, Jensen's Cordell Wilkins. He says, "You made me wait? Well, I'm going to go and get 6 right here for my guys." Then on the other side, you got Phoenix. Run, Phoenix, run. Phoenix Danya in the second quarter scoring a touchdown. He wouldn't be done. The dude had a day. He had over 30 carries, 200 yards, and look at that, another score. How about an Angry Runs nominee for Danya? Give the guy the ball and watch him work. Boom, 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 boom. How many jerseys are on Danya trying to tackle him here? Like 8, 9? They don't even get him down on the sideline right there. A few plays later, Damon Allen stuffs, and you're going to have a Benjamin squad that is ready to rock. They get the big-time win, their second of the season, and they upset the number 4 team in the area at home, 21-14. Treasure Coast at West Boca, the number 3 team in the area. West Boca 3-0. Treasure Coast winless? Is that a typo? A muff punt right here. Coast recovers it. Mark Shantz, Lords of West Boca, gonna make the play right here. 2 plays later, who's the guy they always hand the ball off to and he scores a lot of touchdowns? I think his name rhymes with salary. Javian Mallory. Tell you one thing, he keeps running the ball like he's been doing here in high school. He's gonna have a big salary one day playing on Sundays. Next drive for West Boca, how about a reverse? Billy Clancy III. He's gonna throw it to Mark Hannaford. Who saw that coming? Well, Dylan Potts did. He's their head coach. He drew it up, and it worked out for a touchdown. And then you got a few plays later, Damon Allen stuffing the Treasure Coast quarterback, Amari Ford, the scoop, the score. Don't blink. 48-0. Not a typo. West Boca wins this one. They remain undefeated. They shut out Treasure Coast. Forest Hill at Royal Palm. HSS Game of the Week. C-Cat and Jimmy Bell on the call for a homecoming battle at Royal Palm, and Max Griner showing off the arm and the legs in this one. Impressive starts for the Wildcats. Let's check out Max Griner, the quarterback for Royal Palm Beach. That was a dart, pinpoint, and look at the leg. I mean, that's real-time speed. Get that guy on the track as well. He's not just a football player. He's got to be a multi-sport athlete for the Wildcats. And then you got more action from Royal Palm Beach. How about this? They improved to 4-1 on the year. They beat the Falcons 38-16. Coming into this matchup, nobody had even scored against Forest Hill. Royal Palm drops 38 on them for homecoming. They've now won 4 games in a season for the first time since 2019. On top of that, the first time they've won homecoming under Chuck Kenyon. Big shout. Clewiston at number 2, Cardinal Newman. You know, Newman hasn't lost a game at Sam Bucknett Field since last September. They're hosting a winless Clewiston team. They led 35-0 at the half, more domination in the third. Get up and get it. That is an interception for Cardinal Newman, number 12. His name isn't on the roster. Jack Daniels, text me back, man. I'm trying to give credit to your guy. But this guy, we know the name. We saw him get into the end zone last week. The sophomore back, Jabari Sumter, big run, but look at the horse collar tackle right there. That's dangerous. But you know what? Sumter makes him pay. Couple plays later, top of the 4th quarter, nobody wants to tackle him. Look at this. Look at that. Just making moves, making guys look silly. And then he gets into the end zone right there. That's a big touchdown for Cardinal Newman. They didn't really need it at that point. They won this one big, 48-0. Their 10th straight regular season win dating back to last year. They're now the lone 5-0 Palm Beach County team Or also, no Treasure Coast team 5-0. Clewiston drops to 0-5. Fort Pierce Central at Inlet Grove, Rashad Jackson hosting a home game against Fort Pierce Central. And look out, the Cobras are 3-1. Come on now. A little trickeration. One pass ain't enough. I need two. There goes J.J. Blackwood, and that's A.J. Hill, and that's a touchdown. Cobras love a good trick play. It's like CFB 25 stuff right here. Big hit. How about that? A little defense to add on to it. Junior DB Brandon Lisbon. And here in the second quarter, if it worked once, why not try it again? Double flip, this time to the quarterback, and get up, young fella. Anthony Lamatina. He gets the spectacular catch. Brandon Cummings, he punches it in. Fort Pierce Central up 13-zip at this point. They still want some more, though. Check this out. A little defense here after some great offensive plays. Inlet Grove trying to try him deep. Look at the concentration. Oh, my gosh. Come on, brother. That is going to be a Play of the Week nominee, Ryan Fenelon with the interception. Cobras win it 34-6. They improved to 4-1. The last two seasons combined, Fort Pierce Central had 4 wins in total. 4-1 this year. Check them out.
You're watching ESPN West Palm High School Game Day.
Thanks to the Dr. Joaquin Garcia cheer squad. You know, the Bulldogs been barking all year long, and how's this for a fast start? Opening kick of the game. His name is Vincent Lewis. Let's watch him work. I'll watch this with you. I haven't even seen this play. Oh, come on. All right. Bounce it out to the outside. He's running up the home sideline now. I know the guys are cheering for him. And 6 gets 6 on the opening kick. Call that a kick 6 for 6. Caleb Butler, the quarterback of Garcia, he had it working as well after the defense would take over and get the ball. Let's see what Caleb has to show for us on the offensive side. Well, he runs it in himself. A little celebration there in the end zone. A little selling to go along with a huge day for them. They beat Olympic Heights in this one 41-0. Dr. Joaquin Garcia, 5-0. They've outscored opponents 205-33 on the year. You know who doesn't get enough love, though, on these Friday nights? As we celebrate the high school football teams like Dr. Joaquin Garcia, who had a huge turnaround, we got to start showing some love for the educators, the people that pour into these student athletes on the days when they're not practicing, on the days when they're not competing. And in order to do so, we turn to the Boca Raton Bowl and its many partners. They weren't on the court yet, but the Bulldogs were barking today.
It was mind-blowing. I had no idea this was going on. Ms. Romero just asked me to come down to meet with her at 2 o'clock, and I walked in and I saw the players sitting there. Nobody knew what was going on, so I was completely shocked, but I'm completely excited about it too.
Dr. Joaquin Garcia, volleyball head coach, and algebra teacher Erica Green. Surprised today by the College Football Playoff Foundation, Extra Yard for Teachers, Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, and the Boca Raton Bowl. Green gifted $2,500 for her hard work in the classroom. That work is a lifetime dream come true.
I remember growing up that one of my role models in school was my volleyball coach, up in New York at the time. And I had some teachers that actually influenced me to become teachers throughout my years. So this was exactly what I had planned on doing throughout my life. I was a volleyball player since middle school, and I knew I wanted to keep that passion going on the other side of it by coaching. And teaching was something I knew I was going to end up falling into.
Moments like this will help Green continue to excel in the classroom and, of course, on the court.
From classroom to court, I have some players in my classroom as well, so it's great to see them as students and also as players. But being on the court is just, it's a safe haven for some kids. You know, sometimes kids are having struggles at home or struggles in the classroom. So you have a group of girls who find that this is their passion, and to be able to be a part of that journey for them and let them be an escape for them, for me, that's what I'm trying to do.
Now we take a look at the top 10 presented by Safebound Moving and Storage, and we'll have to check and see who's moving up or down this list come next week, because do my eyes deceive me? I didn't think this was possible, but the Atlantic Eagles dropped a regular season game to the First Academy 41-28 the score in that one. Their first loss of the season, they fall to 4-1. So that means Cardinal Newman, who's 5-0, or West Boca at 4-0, have a chance to jump the Eagles, replacing them atop the leaderboard for the first time all year. Jensen Beach at 4 drops to Benjamin. We had 3 teams right in the thick of our top 10 on a bye week. And then there goes Vero Beach, climbing back up. They get the win over Heritage 10-7. They're now 2-3. We'll see if they can make a wave this week. And then again at the bottom, Santa Lucia's gets the big win over Seminole Ridge, 49-21. I believe Seminole Ridge still winless on the season. Santa Lucia's sitting at 10. Now that they're 4-1, and you have some teams that have lost, you have some teams on a bye. I wonder how that influences the voters. Again, we'll see who's moving, who's on the move, courtesy of Safebound Moving and Storage on our top 10. How about this? You don't have time to get to every single game. Here's the 2-minute drill. All of our full highlights, of course, on YouTube already. Here's John Carroll at Fort Pierce Westwood. They finished up their game on Monday night. They won that one against Fort Pierce Westwood. They also beat Tradition Prep. Grudy squad now 5-0 on the year. Glade Central at Dwyer. Speaking of 5-0, Glade Central, a Thursday night win over Dwyer on the road. The Raiders are now 5-0 since the first time since 2011. I think they had Willie Snead back then. Jupiter Christian at Boca Christian. 3 total losses between these two teams. Jupiter Christian receiver Ryder Zaninga. Feet don't fail me now. All the way to the end zone. That was a jet sweep. Jupiter Christian wins 50-7. They move to 5-1. Spanish River at Wellington. Blake Wallace doing Blake Wallace things. Spanish River dropped 51 on Wellington. They win 51-15. They snap a 2-game skid. They're now 3-2 on the year. How about Park Vista at Boynton Beach? This one got a little bit mucked up. A house call for Park Vista. Back and forth battle at Boynton. The Cobras win at 14-12. Coach Hanna and the Cobras have now won 3 straight. Now it's time for that play of the week action where you get to vote. You get to get involved. I love this part of the show because it involves you as well. How about you hop on Twitter at ESPN Top 63. Get ready to vote. Get ready to make your voice count. And here's option number 1 for play of the week. Benjamin running back, Phoenix Donya. An angry run. 1 shackler, 2 tacklers, 3, 4, 5. Count them up. It don't matter. He's a churning them legs down the sideline. An angry run from Phoenix Donya as he's bouncing off tacklers. Again, feet don't fail me now. And when you do as many squats as he does, yeah, they don't fail you often. That's option 1. How about option 2? West Boca. They're going to get a reverse pass, and they're not done. Yeah, over the top, fooling the defense, getting past the coverage, and still a very concentrated catch right there for the touchdown Bulls. In a shutout win, can West Boca also get victorious in the play of the week voting? Well, that's up to you. How about option number 3 in comparison to option number 2? We have Cardinal Newman's defense, playing a little offense there, getting an interception big time by number 12. He gets the pick. Y'all still haven't given me the kid's name. I heard he was a freshman, but I will say this. For a D-back, kid's got hands. Great catch right there. Let's go to option number 4, Inlet Grove. They're going to try to make a play here. Is this a play of the week for the Hurricanes? I don't think so. Interception. Ryan Fenelon for Fort Pierce Central. And watch it. He has to tip this thing to himself. It wasn't as easy as it looked on the first go-around. Let's get a little slow-mo. Boom. Bang. The second effort making the play. Fort Pierce Central got the win in that one as well. Your chance to vote here now, so it's up to you. Your 4 options. Hop on Twitter at ESPN Top 63, as well as on Instagram at ESPN West Palm, and just give it a vote. If you want my vote, well, I'm not going to make it that easy. I don't want to influence anything for you guys here. But what we want to do is invite you back to do this same party next week, next Friday night, as we have week 6 of ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day. Do we have a game of the week location yet? I'm looking, and we don't necessarily want to announce it so far. Actually, we do. Breaking news, Jupiter at Palm Beach Central. We're headed to Wellington. We're coming to your city. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Thank you for all my shooters tonight. Thank you, Brian Rowitz, for not only dropping that nugget for me to break to the people, but holding it down on that front. Cade Chumsland, always great as the TD of this thing. And then your boy TD, going to sign off with you. Have an excellent weekend. We'll see you next Friday night.